Hello there, my friend, and welcome to the Disney Travel Secret Show. We are your hosts, Rob and Kerri Stuart, coming to you from the Creating Magic Vacation Studio in beautiful Windermere, Florida. You're listening to episode number 403, yes, 403, original air date November 4th, 2024.
And as you can see from this week's title, we are going to give you our take on the brand new and slightly controversial The Cake Bake Shop.
And our opinion may surprise you just a bit.
Yeah, it just might. And also, since it's already November, we are planning out our 2025 future show topics, and we need your help.
Plus the latest on the Lightning Lane Premier Pass and updates on the Disney Treasure.
Let's do it.
Hello, my friends. This is former Disney Imagineer Hugh Darley, and you're listening to Disney Travel Secrets with my friends Rob and Kerri Stuart. As you can imagine, I have plenty of Disney secrets myself, and I can't wait to share them with you. Let's get this show on the road. Take it away, guys.
Hello there. If you are new to the show, we are your hosts, Rob and Kerri Stuart.
And welcome. We are the co-founders of our travel agency, which is Creating Magic Vacations. And if you are new to the show, welcome. And if you've tuned in before, welcome back. We really appreciate you.
We do have a shout out to a new friend that we met outside of the Cake Bake Shop a week or so ago. Her name is Stephanie, and she was kind enough to share with us what she purchased on the bakery side.
Yeah, so it was so great meeting you, and thank you for letting us take pictures of your food. I hope we get to visit you again on your next visit here.
We are recording this on Halloween, and we can't wait to enjoy driving around the neighborhood. We have our new golf cart, and we're going to be playing Disney Halloween music because our golf cart has a sound bar.
Well, of course we are, because Halloween is a big deal here in Kings Point, with two of the areas are going to be completely blocked off to car traffic. And we shared a little bit about this on last week's show, and we're definitely going to be sharing the video that we are filming.
And another benefit for those of you watching us on YouTube, this is my pirate costume. And if you are listening to us on just audio, it probably won't make sense. If you're watching on video, you guys get it.
Yeah.
So a quick update on new agents joining our team. We are just about out of rooms at Disney's Contemporary Resort for our annual training conference, Agent Palooza, which is at the end of January, which means we're about to close out the new agent class of 2024.
So we are very happy that we have over 40 of you who have joined us, I think since about March, April.
That is crazy.
And here's what I love. We are seeing a shift in the level of commitment for our new agents that are coming on, and that really is something by design.
It is, and there are a lot of hobby agents out there around the country, different agencies, meaning they're excited to plan trips, but what they're missing is the business side. And I'm very proud that we have people that are leaving other agencies to join us based on the training. What we like to say is we give you the training that the other agencies don't, because a lot of people, if they own an agency, it might be their first business ever. Kerri and I have owned several companies over the decades, so training is really at the core of what we do.
And that is so true. And when you do join our team, we are not just here to coach you on how to sell travel and learn all about the Disney destinations or the cruise lines and take their training. I mean, there's all-inclusives. There are some ultra-exclusive destinations out there that you've never heard of. What we work really hard on is to always be training you on business skills.
I know, we're talking marketing, sales strategy, personal branding strategy, leveraging your contacts, and always to be challenging yourself.
Yeah, so just this past week, we did an exercise with our agents where they put their 2025 goals on paper, and one of the questions was, why are they doing this business? And I thought it might be kind of fun to share some of the things, because it may inspire somebody listening who's been toying around with the idea of becoming a travel agent, and hey, this may be for you, and it may not. Some of you just love working with a travel agent, and guess what? We really appreciate you too.
So here are some of the reasons that people join our team is they want to earn additional income to take maybe 2 paid in full Disney vacations a year with their family. And we're talking staying at a deluxe resort.
Of course.
Or 2, they want to become maybe job optional. Number 3, start a new career because they've retired from the old one. And one of my favorites, number 4, become debt-free.
Yeah, so those are actual reasons that people have joined our team. So if you are interested, head on over to creatingmagicvacations.com and just click on join our team, and one of our team members will reach out to you to start that process.
Speaking of which, congratulations to one of our CMV team members here in the home office, and that is Clarissa, who just welcomed her second baby just this past week. Congrats.
I know. We are going to miss her while she's on maternity leave. She helps us a lot of support with our agents.
You don't need more than 3 days maternity leave. Thank you for all those that have helped us raise money for Folds of Honor. And if you too want to have a really cool shirt and also help an amazing charity, we do have a few of the CMV Heroes Folds of Honor t-shirts in stock. We're also about to place our next order.
Yeah, we really appreciate you. 100% of the profits go to Folds of Honor, and it's just one of the ways that we are raising money for them.
So to grab yours, just head over to travelfanstore.com and you'll see that beautiful red shirt. We've been wearing them, around town here, and people are like, "Oh, are you a charity?" I'm like, "No, we help one." If you are tracking the Disney treasure, like one of our neighbors who happens to be the marketing for Disney Cruise Line, she's over. I ran into her father-in-law, and he's like, "Yeah, she's not here." I'm like, "Don't tell me." He goes, No, I gotta tell you." I'm like, "You don't gotta tell me. She's in Germany." I'm like, "Don't tell me the rest." No, Rob, I gotta tell you, because the Disney treasure has been officially turned over to Disney Cruise Lines from the shipbuilder Meyer Werft over in Germany, and it's currently right now on its way to the U.S. on a transatlantic repositioning cruise.
So the maiden voyage isn't until December 21st, and even while the ship is on its way over, they are still doing finishing touches.
I would have volunteered to help paint some stuff on the inside.
I know, right? So after they took delivery, Captain Marco specifically, not Mickey or Minnie, he is currently doing sea trials to make sure it is seaworthy for that transatlantic. I mean, it's such an interesting process when these ships come out.
And once they get here to the U.S., they will have the entertainment staff coming on board and finishing up all the production, which is going to be the featured Broadway show, Disney, The Tale of Moana.
Yeah, that's a new one. And so I'm super excited. I'm looking forward to that show. And also all the new stories that are going to be on this ship. So the Haunted Mansion Parlor is going to be pretty cool.
We're going to do that for sure. Also, the Guardians of the Galaxy dinner show. That will be Worlds of Marvel, because it's called the Groot remix.
It's going to be so much fun. Now, if you do want to jump on a new Disney ship for a 7-night cruise, the Disney Treasure is your ship. But don't wait. Prices are only going to keep going up, and the best cabins get taken fast.
They do. In controversial news, the new Lightning Lane Premier Pass has made its debut, and as expected, the Facebook groups went a little bananas.
They sure did. We finally saw the actual pricing, and we can report on opening day, which was October 30th, the prices were $329 for Magic Kingdom, $169 for Epcot, $269 for Hollywood Studios, and $129 for Animal Kingdom.
But wait, there are more expensive dates between now and November 16th. MK gets as high as $399 and Animal Kingdom $159.
So one of our agents said that her client, who is there, I think this coming weekend, was going to get it until they realized for their family of 4 it was going to be $1,600. So they decided to just do Lightning Lane multi and single pass.
Yes, we know it's pricey, but then again, didn't we all think the Lightning Lane in general was kind of pricey? I mean, at the end of the day, someone is still going to purchase them. We can complain, it's not going to change.
What we are going to do is keep an eye on how it may or may not affect the regular Lightning Lane multi-pass, because one of our agents mentioned she's doing a personal trip and she went to grab her selections for the advanced multi-pass, and everything seemed to only be for the afternoon. So time will tell. It's still too early.
Yes. We do know that the Premier Pass will help you get on more rides during the day and also a lot faster. I don't think we'll be testing it out anytime soon, but then again, we'll see. Maybe a listener donation. But we do have to do it for you guys because you are our Disney friends.
Yeah, just like at the VIP tours, those are pricey, but totally worth it if you can do it. The Premier Pass, though, is still going to be less than that, but you can't park hop.
And it's okay if it's not for you. We get it. You can still enjoy a great trip, just like we talked about last week on 2 vastly different styles of Disney trips.
And sometimes it is fun to indulge, even if it's just for a special occasion.
Speaking of indulge, and also to take one for the team this week, we decided to try something and report back so you could decide if this new dining experience is worth the hype and the price.
And what we discovered may surprise you, because it wasn't at all what we initially thought.
Okay, we're just teasing you now. Of course, we're talking about the Cake Bake Shop. It's both a bakery and restaurant over at BoardWalk. And yes, we went and dined, and we even brought home a very tasty treat.
So do you want to tell them about our overall experience and if we ourselves will go back, or should I do it?
Let's just say it is a 2 forks up for us, and just like the price of the Lightning Lane, come knowing that it's going to be a splurge. This isn't a spur of the moment, hey, let's go eat there.
Yeah, definitely 10 out of 10 experience.
Yes.
And if you aren't familiar with the Cake Bake Shop, it is located on the boardwalk in the Epcot Resort area, and it replaced the ESPN zone.
I do have to say this, it only took them 17 years to build it. Okay, maybe not 17. Once you get inside, it's worth it. It's known as an artisan bake shop and has been recognized as one of the top bakery restaurants in the entire country.
So their flagship store is in Indiana, and they do have a second one there as well. So Disney is their third store. And instead of just doing the walk-up bakery like a lot of influencers and vloggers were doing, we had to check out the dining room.
And for anybody that's done that, it's getting really good reviews. And we could tell they were still in the restaurant business. They call it a soft open. They're still figuring out their systems, but after waiting over 30 minutes to get seated, we finally got to go inside.
So here was our first impression. It is beautiful. It is a bright restaurant, very lovely pastel white colors, high end. So think like French doors, Williams-Sonoma and Tiffany & Company style that had a brunch spot, and then add some sparkling chandeliers. I mean, I can't wait to see what the decor will be during the holidays.
So the founder, Gwendolyn, has been on site at this location over at Disney, and it totally makes sense why they have the locations in Indiana, because Gwendolyn is from Louisiana. Again, makes no sense.
I know, and then she lived in like Sun Valley, but we digress.
But she has a great entrepreneurial story, and you can read about it on the store's website. She was known for her cakes and baking, of course, but one of her cakes was Oprah's favorite thing. It's her mint chocolate chip cake, I think. And my favorite part of her bio was the quote they had on her site, "Dream it, do it," from Marty Sklar.
I thought that was a really nice Disney tie-in.
Yes.
I don't know if that was on purpose or not, but I now have added her apple cobbler to Kerri's favorite things.
Wait,
by the way.
That's a thing?
It is. Okay, so let's talk about what we had, and we will tell you how much we spent.
This is not a budget stop, and yet there are always ways you can save. We went for Linner's, what we call it. It's a late lunch, early dinner. After looking over the menu a couple of times, we decided to kind of skip the appetizer portion, and we got what they call the Choose Two, and we split that. It was called Choose Two. Basically 2 items from a set menu that were half portions. We had the turkey Gruyere sandwich on a fresh baguette, half the size, and also a small cup of chicken gumbo.
And then it also came with the side of arugula salad and a little side of crystal hot sauce.
That's the Louisiana part.
So good, which could enhance the gumbo. And then there were a couple small pieces of bread. If you go to our Insta, you can see the photos. But if you're watching us on YouTube, you are already seeing it.
We each had an adult beverage, nothing too fancy. I had some kind of a beer. But they have a crazy wine list, and then we got the apple cobbler to go. So for that relatively small meal, still pretty filling, glass of wine for her and a beer for me. With the apple cobbler to go, the total with tip, $90.
So we figured if everyone got their own entree, maybe even a little appetizer you split, and a couple drinks, you should plan to spend at least $100 to $150 per person.
And before you say that's super pricey, let's put it in perspective. Number one, the food quality was out of this world. We've eaten, obviously, at a lot of places on Disney property, and while we haven't done Victoria and Albert's, it's on the list. What we had here was really, really tasty.
Yeah, the apple cobbler alone was so good. It was the perfect ratio of a lot of tart apples to crumble and good spices. Also, the gumbo, I would totally get that again, and I probably will.
We did pour the Crystal's hot sauce into it. Now, they do have a kids menu. Most items are in the $15 to $20 range and come with a side of fruit, but for $4 more, you can get fries instead.
So if you compare this meal with some of the signature dining experiences at Disney, it's fairly comparable. So take California Grill, for example. You're gonna spend at least $150 there plus tip, and that's from a prefix menu.
Here you can also share and get things a la carte. But speaking of high prices, a friend of ours, he's our Club Med rep, we went to lunch with him the other day, and he was saying he spent $24 just on himself at Taco Bell. I have no idea what he got, but that's a lot at Taco Bell.
But the quality here was really impressive, and the service was too, because get this, you have not just one server at your table, you have 2.
Another thing we learned is they do have some private event spaces there. I think they have 3 with a minimum food and beverage. You can buy them out for your group.
And I really love that idea for things like a multi-gen family trip, a business group, a bachelorette party, or even just a fun celebration with friends. These spaces are some of the most beautiful I have ever seen.
Here's the bottom line. Is it worth the price? That is 100% up to you. We all have different ideas for what we want to splurge on. If you want to have the full experience, get a reservation and definitely have a meal there.
And if you love just cakes, go to the bakery and get one to share.
We are excited to go back. It's definitely not a place we're going to go to on the regular, like Rose and Crown and the other. Anyway. But we will always plan on a minimum spend of $100 total if we do go.
Yeah, at least $100. And if you do want to see the full menu, we do have them on our social media. The descriptions on this menu are way better than what you see on the board outside. I remember when we sat down and I'm looking at it going, oh, this is way better than what we saw outside.
Well, and there were so many things on that menu that the outdoor menu boards have to be, truncated a little bit, but overall, again, a great experience. And like anything in Disney, things are subject to change, like the menu items and, as we just found out, the pricing.
Yeah, and so here's a little pro tip though. If you do dine in, get something to go. When we were there, they put a cute reusable bag. They gave us that with our apple cobbler in it. And if we would have gone to the bakery, we would have had to have paid, I think it was like $2 for it. So I kind of feel like we left like we won.
That was a little win.
Yeah.
And this is also a reason why you may want to be watching us on YouTube, not just on Spotify and Apple and all that kind of stuff, is because here is a picture of said bag. Okay, it's not a picture, it's a video. I don't know
It
why
is cute though. But
It
our friend
is.
Stephanie, when she got her cake slice next door at the bakery, she actually ended up purchasing one of those bags. So yeah, we were winners that day.
I walked away very, very impressed. Again, the pricing is what it is, but the experience was, I think, 100% worth it.
Well, when you compare it to some of the other dining locations on Disney property, I would do Cake Bake over doing like Space 220 all day long.
Now, I still do prefer the filet over at Brown Derby.
Well, we haven't tried any of there. I don't even know if they had steaks.
No, I'm saying for a meal, I preferred the steak.
I know. Okay. All right.
It was good. So again, thanks for listening. If you are here at the end of the show, impressive. You're the person we need some help from. We're in the process of planning out all of our shows for 2025 and the topics that would be of interest to you.
So here's what we're going to do. We have put together a brief survey, and if you can go to survey.disneytravelsecrets.com or just click on the link in the show description, we want your input on what you would like us to share with you in 2025.
We do this for you, our friends, and our listeners, and we know we have a mix of clients, first-time visitors to Disney, multi-time visitors, annual pass holders, even several travel agents who listen to get tips and to share with their clients.
Yeah, so lots of different perspectives. And to make it worth your time, we are going to be giving away some prizes to those who fill out the survey. We're going to do a little drawing, and some of the things are going to include Disney swag, Mickey ears, and a $50 Disney gift card,
which will help you pay for your visit to the Cake Bake shop. And maybe the giveaway might be a Cake Bake takeout bag. I wonder if you can just buy those. Like,
I don't know if you can just go in there and buy them.
Give me 10 bags.
So go take the survey, help us out, and help us plan the best 2025 year for Disney destinations and Disney travel secrets.
Thanks again. Until next time, have a magical day.
We hope to see you real soon, and maybe over some apple crumble.
Here you go again.